Thanks for clicking on this video. Today we're back in another bar rescue video, this time going over to Baseline Sports Bar.
Baseline Sports Bar in Tempe, Arizona.
And then, of course, this episode takes place in Arizona, so I had to choose it just because of that. Anytime I see an Arizona episode, I'm gonna jump onto it. John is called in to help the failing owner of Baseline Sports Bar, whose sexually exploited spaghetti wrestling events have driven away female customers. Yeah, you know what's better than watching live sports at a bar? Spaghetti wrestling.
What are they gonna do with this spaghetti?
Who the fuck wouldn't want to watch spaghetti wrestling at a bar? Are you kidding? That drives away females? What don't the girls like about spaghetti wrestling? Next time you're at a sports bar, look around at the people there and see if you like to see them wrestling spaghetti.
I'd been in this industry for many years.
In 2005, Baseline went on the market, so AJ, the general manager there, decided to take the opportunity to own her own business. She did have to take a $250,000 line against her house to be able to pay for the bar, so there is that as well, and now her house is on the line.
AJ took out a $250,000 lien against her house.
In the beginning, though, Baseline was making between $60,000 and $80,000 a month consistently. And then because of that, that made her think putting her house on the line wasn't really that much of a risk.
Putting my house on the line didn't seem like such a risk at that time.
It should always be a risk, putting your house up. Are you kidding me? The place where I live, it seemed okay to just put that up in the air and, you know, if everything goes wrong, I don't have a home. But it seems safe, so whatever.
AJ decided to rebrand Baseline Sports Bar.
When AJ bought Baseline, she decided to rebrand the place by hiring exclusively female staff.
We are Baseline Sports Bar, home of the Baseline Babes.
Hey, I mean, if you had a few guys there, maybe you could have them spaghetti wrestle too, and then they'd draw in some females. Just saying. AJ also hired her two daughters to work here, Stasha and Diva.
Stasia.
And as you can see, it works out great here with them.
They're great bartenders, but they're terrible employees.
Apparently, Stasha and Diva have like no work ethic and then completely ignore the female customers. If you're not a dude here, we don't give a fuck. If you're not gonna put a dollar bill in my G-string while I'm spaghetti wrestling, I don't care.
They might not have a great work ethic or sometimes no work ethic at all. I don't think I'm a terrible employee at all.
Well, I guess we'll just have to see.
We'll see, bitch.
And then, of course, as usual, the more customers that left this place, the grosser it got.
Over the years, as the refrigerators have gone out, I just didn't have the money to repair them.
So you guys just serve warm beer at this point? Like, what do you do then if your refrigerators don't work? AJ is now losing $4,000 a month because of Baseline, and is $190,000 in debt to top it off.
If I don't get help soon, I will lose this bar.
Hey, and you'll lose your house. Don't forget that.
So here we are in Tempe, Arizona.
God, I could have been right next to this bastard. I could have smelled John Taffer here if I just knew he was in the area. Comment down below, what do you think John Taffer smells like? I got a feeling it's like sweat and wood. I don't know why. Today in the peanut gallery, though, we have Daniel Ponsky. He's our mixologist for the episode. And then for the kitchen, we have Michael Ferraro.
Here we are, guys. Baseline Hub.
John, I think you might be at the wrong bar.
I thought it was Baseline Sports Bar.
Think it's the wrong baseline?
Here's a little example from John of why not to have the name of your bar be the same name as another bar down the street. That seems pretty fucking obvious to me, but I guess here's a good example of it.
Here we actually are, guys, the Baseline Sports Bar.
Apparently, AJ has this little rant section on their website, so John decides to get a couple of those, and he reads it to the guys in the car.
Owning a bar is about the same as waking up from a bad dream, only to realize you are still in a bad dream.
Damn. That sounds like a nightmare. But like, honestly, if you feel that way, maybe you shouldn't have a bar. That seems kind of crazy. You're like, fuck, it's just a never-ending nightmare, this place. And then you wake up, but then you're still in it.
How about this one? So as most of you know, I refer to my children as evil hell spawn.
Oh, come on. Whose mom here hasn't called them an evil hell spawn at some point? I know mine has.
Writing crap like this isn't gonna bring people to our bar or make our money.
John brings up how he was in Arizona previously in an episode and met this girl named Brandy Beavers.
Brandy Beaver.
So he brought her along this episode for recon.
So we can get a female's perspective on this bar.
We want to see what it's like to be ignored here, so we sent in Brandy Beavers.
Brandy Beaver.
She says a few years ago that John came to Stand Up Scottsdale and actually redid the place for them, which is so weird because I've been to that comedy club so many fucking times since they've remodeled, and I didn't know that was because of Bar Rescue. That blew my fucking mind. But so maybe an episode to come on that soon.
Nobody cares.
Brandy gets into the bar though, and no one gives her any attention. She just sits there and is completely ignored.
She's being completely ignored.
I mean, nobody even looked at her.
And it's like she's invisible.
Hey Brandy, maybe you should stand up on the bar and take a massive shit there and see if they ignore you still. Maybe they'll notice you now.
What can I get for you?
See, Brandy, if you just waited a fucking minute, they were gonna come over to you. Eventually, they ask her what she wants, though, and she orders a vodka cranberry, and of course they don't have that, which, honestly, that seems very basic, but that's what Brandy wanted.
We would love to give you a vodka cranberry, but we don't have cranberry juice right now.
John gets the idea to do something he's never done before, so they order takeout and bring it to the SUV to eat.
You want to order some food? Sure, good.
And then while they wait for their food, they spy on Stasha in the bar a little bit, and they talk about her stank face.
Seriously, what is her deal?
She tries to order a draft beer, that doesn't work. She tries to order a bottled beer, they have no refrigeration, so eventually she lands on something she can order.
Do you have a Heineken bottle?
And then when Brandy finally gets her drink, she asks for a glass with it, and Stasha's like, sure, I guess.
May I have a glass?
Sure.
She has a lot of attitude when she's taking people's orders. You can just tell she does not want to work here. I believe in the beginning she says something about like she should be in the Bahamas with her friends or something like that, so she's just kind of bratty.
I should be in the Bahamas right now with my friends.
You could just really tell that she doesn't like working here at all.
What did you say, smartass?
John's food's now ready though, so Mike heads inside to go pick it up for them and he's gonna bring it back to the van.
What is that?
Mike takes a bite of his Reuben sandwich first and he says the meat is horrendous.
How does corned beef look like a piece of ham?
Yeah.
At first I thought he was being very dramatic here, but once they pulled the meat out, that did look really gross.
Cheap, pre-made, garbage quality.
The food here sucks as expected, but now John gets into what the bar's really about.
A restaurant with baseline babes, breasts alone will not make it successful.
Yeah, you gotta have good food and breasts, then you're successful.
The premise isn't terrible.
Now it's time for a show, ladies and gentlemen. They move all the pool tables out of the way, bring out an inflatable pool, because it's spaghetti wrestling time.
Now, what are they going to do with this spaghetti?
Incredible. Now that's what I'm talking about. This starts happening in a bar, I'm definitely coming back.
Who does something like this?
John, I know this isn't your cup of tea, but this is fucking hilarious. I love this shit.
What's the point?
No choking.
Ladies, no choking in the spaghetti pit. Come on. Hey, don't choke her. Don't choke her with the noodle. Don't do that.
I think that girl's bleeding. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, spaghetti wrestling's no joke. It's a fucking tough game. You could choke on a meatball or something while you're down there.
Accident waiting to happen. There it is. She's got a bloody nose.
John Taffer goes, see, this is an accident waiting to happen. She has a bloody nose. And I don't really know if you could call that an accident. All of this seemed pretty on purpose. They're wrestling in spaghetti. And she gets a bloody nose. That's just part of the game.
This is ridiculous.
That doesn't stop her, though. Now it's time for round 2 in the spaghetti wrestling match.
I'm going in and stopping it, guys, before somebody else gets hurt.
John, please, come on, stay in the car. I want to see what the next round looks like. Everyone in there's like, oh, fuck, John Taffer's here. Oh, we're busted. John Taffer caught us with our spaghetti pit. God damn it.
You're losing $4,000 a month. Is this actually what's going to make you money?
Well, I mean, it depends. Can people, like, make bets on the wrestling matches? Like, what are they doing here to try to profit off of this? Because it could be profitable.
Well, we're doing as well we can.
Although I am a little bit on John's side here because after they start to explain it, they're like, this was an attraction to get people in the door. This seems like something like you pay to come in and watch. Not like, oh, fuck, that place spaghetti wrestles. I might as well go and watch that and buy beer. People should be paying to watch you wrestle in spaghetti.
What was the point of this?
To get some people in the building.
John also brings up Stasha's attitude and says that that's also one of the reasons that they're failing. They're failing because spaghetti wrestling and Stasha's poor attitude.
What if I told you I think your attitude sucks?
What if I told you your attitude sucks? AJ tries to defend her daughters here, and she says this multiple times throughout the episode that they're good bartenders, but they're bad employees.
My daughters are good bartenders, but as employees, they're terrible.
So they can make really good drinks, but when it comes to actually doing work duties, they fucking suck.
You're just coming in here and not having the attitude you used to have.
I thought this was really weird. She brings up that her mom needs to be leading by example, as if like they just can't figure that out themselves. It sounds like they clearly know what they're doing is wrong, and they're like, well, because my mom's being an asshole, I could be an asshole too, right? That's just how this works.
Which isn't leading by example.
So it's time for you to be a boss, not a mother.
After this combo, though, AJ sits down with her daughters to try to make sure they're on the same page with everything, and it really doesn't go anywhere. They still kind of argue for a little bit here. Stasha gets really defensive about everything her mom's saying, and then Diva's like, what the fuck? I do my job, kind of. Like, why am I getting yelled at? It really goes nowhere. Especially because John walks in the middle of them talking and then calls his own team meeting now.
I have a ridiculously long list of problems and a very short time to solve them.
The first thing John complains about, though, is AJ's rants on the website. He really doesn't like that shit.
So the other day, a friend of mine told me his girlfriend broke his penis.
Tell me you signed his penis cast. Do they put a cast on your penis if that happens? And if so, can you have people sign it? Is that okay? Is that like when you break your arm and people can sign it? Because if so, I'd love to sign a dick cast.
A broken penis is not a reason to come here, AJ.
I mean, I don't know, John. What if it could be like a cool attraction? You get to see his wiener, he tells you the story about it. There could be some money in it. Especially if, like, he's telling the story, then you're like, and then that girl, that spaghetti wrestler down there, she did it. And then it jumps into the spaghetti wrestling now. Could be a whole show.
Your approach is that wrong.
Sorry. It was just an idea.
And I'm gonna tell you something about a restaurant.
He tells her that if the food sucks and the bar sucks, there's not a breast in the world that can make them succeed. And I beg to differ. Sydney Sweeney sold her bathwater just based on her tits. I'm just saying, you get the right person in here, they could sell the place.
There's not a breast in the world that's gonna make you succeed.
We learn from the manager that apparently AJ fires her daughters sometimes and then will rehire them later.
You are a nurturing mother.
And you're creepy as fuck. Please don't smile like that ever again, John. Ah, I hated that. Yikes. Tasha said she doesn't respect her mom as a mom or a boss because of the way she treats her and her sister.
I find it hard to respect her as my boss and my mother when I think that she's doing a terrible job at both of those things.
She said she just does horrible things to them and doesn't respect them either.
I don't understand why you haven't just gone to go get another job since you don't like our mom anymore.
You can tell here too, they're kind of just arguing and she's just being nasty to her mom because she hates the situation, and you could tell she actually doesn't feel these things, and they do go into that later on. Again, she's just being a brat here. Anyways though, it's time for John to bring in his experts here and see if they can make a dent to this place.
Chef Michael Ferraro and mixologist Daniel Hansky.
And then they head into the kitchen to see the broken refrigerator.
We're missing a part on this door to make it close all of the way.
Yeah, the bitch is missing one little tiny spring in the fucking door thing that she will not replace until John Tapper does in the end of the episode, and that's stopping them from freezing shit in the freezer. Or at least having things as cold as it should be.
So you're gonna let that spring take your house from you?
It's really funny this episode. Any moment John gets to remind her that her house is on the line, he totally takes it.
This whole thing is a fire hazard.
AJ claims that they take care of that place as best as they can back there, but as much grease and all that shit's back there, there's no way.
I don't need you to point out to me how bad my equipment is, dude. I can tell you.
AJ, you do realize that's the point of the show, is that they come in here, they tell you every little detail of what's wrong with your business, and then they flip it and make it better for you in the end. Have you seen an episode of this show? John brings up a good point though. They kind of start to argue, and he's like, you have enough money to go to the hair salon, but you don't have enough money to pay for this spring up here, huh? What the fuck? And then he just walks out.
I don't even know where to go with that.
Now that they found every problem in the place though, it's time for Mike and Daniel to start training everybody. Mike shows AJ and the chef how to make this salad with German sausage inside of it.
Kind of idiot-proof.
The chef's back there like, what the fuck? Idiot-proof? I'm a trained chef.
How we doing, ladies?
Now we're over to the mixology side of it. He teaches them all how to make a current twist, which is aimed towards bringing more ladies into the bar.
We got about 200 people standing in front.
Stress test time now, and unfortunately tonight there will be no spaghetti wrestling.
There will be no spaghetti wrestling tonight.
Why even come here then? Also, John brings up a little challenge to AJ's daughters. If they don't each get $500 tonight from bartending, basically they're gonna get fired.
I expect each of you to do $500.
And then our first update of the night, Diva has $125 and Stasha has $65.
She is banging out drinks with accuracy.
Damn though, they're pretty good. They're like synchronized and shit. Like, they're like shaking the bottles at the same time as each other and whatnot.
Synchronized, that's right.
They may be in sync, but they're still very slow. Every table has a napkin on it now, but they're still all waiting for their drinks.
All of your orders are now behind that bar.
And then with only 20 minutes left, Diva is still in the lead with $480 and Stasha has $240.
The bar is taking longer than the kitchen.
That's embarrassing. I mean, the kitchen is only fucking making salads and sausage, but that's embarrassing. John Taffer is on one this episode. He grabs all the receipts and makes a ribbon of failure and puts it around AJ and says she owns it now.
Wear the ribbon of failure.
John closes the bar now and says that they're gonna figure out tonight whether Stasha and Diva keep their jobs or not.
This was a complete and total disaster.
Stasha does bring up a good point though. They may have been pretty slow tonight, but they did work together and nobody was arguing.
This was the first time that we were all working together as a team.
And then the next day, John heads over to AJ's house to discuss what happened last night with the family.
Last night was pretty heavy, huh?
John brings up that they were supposed to each do $500 last night, and they ended up coming up to $990, so they were off by $10.
You missed it by $10.
And then I didn't know John was capable of this. He pulls out $10 and gives it to them, and is like, here, now you made your goal. That was so fucking sweet. That was like a Gordon Ramsay move. I didn't know he was capable of that.
You put us at our mark.
And then they clear the air a little bit between the mom and the daughters, basically being like they hated the situations they were in, and they were just kind of being pissy towards each other the whole time. It kind of seems like there was a lot more going on than we actually got to see.
I would like to be a family again.
And then while their bar continues to get renovated, John sends them off to another bar to continue getting trained. And then Mike shows them how to make a Diva Cider Fever, which is 2 ounces of apple cider, 1.5 ounces of lemon juice, 5 ounces of maple syrup, topped with Heineken. And I can't tell if that's gonna be really tasty or if that'd be really fucking gross. I'm kind of leaning towards the disgusting side, but I don't know.
That's so good.
A little bit later though, now their bar has been completely remodeled and it's time to reveal it to them. Now called Brick and Barley, a neighborhood bar. It's kind of hard to tell a lot of the differences because the lighting is so different in them, so it kind of just looks like a basic brick building in both, which is different logos, but it still looks like a nice building.
Look at your beautiful brick building.
Most of the remodeling comes inside, so they head in there to go check that out. Now they have really nice benches with plants and candles on every single table, plus some neon signs and TVs everywhere too.
Holy...
The place does look really nice inside, but it does just kind of look like a modern bar. Nothing really stands out inside. There's no like attraction in there or anything, so you know, it's just kind of a basic nice bar.
This place is classy as
That's one way to put it. And then also John fixed the spring in the freezer, where actually his team fixed the spring in the freezer, so now their freezer works.
I have waited so long for that piece right there.
And then behind the bar, they have a Heineken brew lock system, so their draft beer is high quality every time.
And the beer is perfect every time.
And then John has new red uniforms for them and tells them that bartenders that wear red get 17 to 24% more tips.
Simple, sexy red.
But then it cuts to the entire team wearing red, and doesn't that not really work if everyone's wearing red? How do the red people get tipped more if everyone working here is wearing red, you know?
Welcome to Brick and Barley.
Everything happens to go pretty well here. They're getting drinks out, they're getting food out, women are actually coming to the bar, and everyone's getting along.
This bar is gonna make money.
And now it's time for John to leave and us to get our 6 weeks later update. AJ reports that they've made $72,000 since John Tapper was here, which is $6,000 more than they were making before when it was baseline.
And now we have to be a little more professional.
And then now it's time for a Where Are They Now update. Apparently they didn't keep the uniforms, that's unfortunate.
Simple, sexy red.
They also removed a lot of the food and cocktails that John Tapper added as well. They also hired a new chef, and there still isn't that many females coming to the bar. In May of 2022, AJ sold the bar to general manager Whitney, and then to my shock, the bar is still open to this day. That really shocked me. And you know, maybe if they were still doing spaghetti wrestling matches, I'd show up, but they're not.
What if I told you I think your attitude sucks?
Alright, and that was Baseline / Brick and Barley, ladies and gentlemen. That was a pretty fun one. I mean, how could you not like the spaghetti wrestling, John Tapper getting pissy with the ladies, mom and daughters feuding.
Till next time.
I don't know, I just had fun with this one. But alright, that's gonna do it for that one. Thanks for taking time in a day to hear me yap about some bar rescue. I really do appreciate it, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace out, Girl Scouts.